It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Javonte Williams. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Browns and the Ravens. All that and more coming up next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. One final time this regular season. As always, joined by Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott as we get ready to put a bow on what has been an outstanding 18 weeks of football.
And for 14 lucky teams across the NFL, Kate, this isn't the end for them. This is their last chance at a tune-up before they play on into the postseason chasing that Super Bowl ring. But for the other 18, this is it. Their final chapter. Their final chapter in a story to take the field until September rolls around again. And for some, frankly, well, this might be the last time they ever put the pads on. So leave everything you got out there and do everything in your power to go get that win in this final week.
For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Timeout called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Report! Hey, middle!
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They bring a tight end in motion right. From the 35 on 2nd down. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he's able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Andrews with the catch.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate, and now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They send a man in motion. Jackson now on 3rd. To the left side, caught by Andrews. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Well, here come the Browns on offense, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by a third-year quarterback, 7 wins in each of his first couple of seasons, Kenny Pickett.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Coming in for the stop was Michael Pierce. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board and the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And the Ravens go in nickel, 3rd down. to throw. Pickett finding Judy. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Looking to return from the 29. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And the Ravens will go on offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Blitz coming here. Jackson. He'll get this to Henry. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Lamar now from the gun. This one's to Andrews outright. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
From midfield on 2nd down. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's Henry on the option. Breaks the tackle, still going. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Aguilar, the receiver, in motion right. From the 23. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Throwing on 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. A give right side to Henry. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Trying an option here, play to the left. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Ravens go up 6-0 here in the 1st. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. And that's his 15th rushing touchdown of the season. Notable not just for how often he's been able to run it in this year, but because he is now tied for the single-season quarterback record in that category. Justin Tucker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the second time. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Pickett to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You know what they say about assuming? Well, it's the same way on a football field. You can never assume. If you stop assuming that first sacker's going to get to the quarterback, well, you could run yourself right into trouble. This defense didn't. They didn't take a break. And they finally get him to the ground.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Pickett set to pass. Has the connection to Gainwell. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Straight ahead with Williams. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now here's Pickett. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Timeout called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 36. That's complete, David Njoku. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Pickett will look to throw. Got a man. It's Njoku. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that gives the Browns a first. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Ready to go with the second quarter. And it's the Browns with it inside the red zone. Now Pickett. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. A run with Williams. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. They'll get 6 on the run, but still need twice that now. 3rd and 12 coming up. To throw is Pickett. Able to find Gainwell. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Charlie Jones with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And his touchdown, another one for him this season as he continues to sit among the NFL's best at punching it in himself this year. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 22-yard line.
Another try following the sack. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. He loses the football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Bateman hauls it in. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They're running the option, short side. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
It's all right.
From the 38. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Grant Delpit in to pick it off. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right? That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Here's Pickett. That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. The Ravens ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And you can see what he's capable of when you turn this guy loose over a full campaign, leading all NFL quarterbacks in rushing yards, and he has a chance to finish at number 1. Has him on the quick hitter. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 24-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson hits his tight end on the corner route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They put a receiver in motion here left. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Hauled in left side. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
And he's able to get this down to the 36. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They're trying an option play left side on first down, and he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens in possession. Second and 13. Short pass brought in. And they take him down right along the 30.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Running for it. Here's Henry. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They're now set for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd and 3 now. Lamar now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. And that touchdown is an important one, Brock. I know they're all important, partner, but this is the 16th rushing score of his season, which means he's the new single-season record holder for a quarterback, breaking the old mark set recently, just back in 2023. There are few of these guys league-wide who score as much with their legs as they do with their arms, and now one of them, Well, he's become the latest to break the record for most rushing touchdowns in a season by a quarterback.
We've sure come a long way from the robotic QB sneaks of yesteryear, haven't we? The work these guys do on the ground, their athleticism, not just near the goal line, but all over the field, has rewritten much of how this position's played, and now one of them's rewritten a record as well.
Has this at the 6. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Browns taking the field with barely any time left in this opening half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. To throw, Pickett. That's into the hands of Moore. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Now a timeout's called, Cleveland using its second. Here's 2nd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now here's Pickett. Moore's got it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. He'll throw it. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. So we're halfway through this final week of the regular season. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. Najee Harris with a couple of touchdowns there. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they lead the visiting Minnesota Vikings at halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Jared Goff. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And that one all tied. With that, the 2 squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Huard.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cleveland offense headed out for this first series of the 2nd half. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Pickett will look to throw. He's on the move. He takes it himself. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. Ravens bring an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming up. Pickett to throw. Ooh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Browns are lined up to punt. It'll be Corey Bojorquez doing the honors. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. It's fielded at the 14. Broke through the tackle. And he gets him a small chunk of yards there before he winds up out of bounds. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And you can see that in our final week of the regular season, no one has had a better nose for the end zone than him. First down, here's Lamar. Andrews with the catch. They're working a couple of yards past the line. Ball into the ground by Jordan Hicks. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
27-yard line.
From the 27, he's got Andrews. He's contained at the line for no gain. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. 5 men in the secondary for the Browns. Third down coming. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Escape, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
That sure ended up being worst case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Starts the return at the 34. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Browns will go on offense. First and 10 from the 41. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And it's a nice gain, but they needed just 1 more yard to move the chains. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be third and just a yard. To throw is Pickett. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Williams now on first and 10. And he gets him around 6 there. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Pickett set to pass. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. All set up now for first and 10. Give to Williams from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
On second down, a run with Williams. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still third and 8 to work with. Now Pickett. He's on the move. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Browns are lining up to punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. You are not going to see a better punt than that. He picked the perfect angle, and it flies out of bounds at the 1. No chance at a return. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. He's got to gain a 6 there. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Running once more with Henry. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. The Browns close in and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, here's Jackson. On the move, headed right. He's gonna keep it this time. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
They've got first down from the 31. From the gun, Jackson. That throw behind his intended target. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And now they face 2nd down. Out of the gun, Henry. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll send their tight end right. Jackson out of the gun on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Working inside the red zone. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Throwing again is Lamar. The throw is caught. And that will not be enough for...